take a moment to settle our body and mind in the present moment. Just simply adjusting your body comfortably on the chair or the cushion, and mentally try to gather our mind in single pointed focus simply towards the breathing, and that breathing in and out, and put a little effort to breathe gently, a bit slightly longer than the usual, the natural one, so that helps to withdraw our mind from wandering from the past and wandering in the future, to the present time. So we do that. Yeah, so then so generate altruistic motivation to make this very session most meaningful. Not only beneficial for one's own happiness. We dedicate this very session, all the efforts that you have to invest to being here, for the benefit of numberless sentient beings, well-being, not only for the temporary well-being, but all the way up to the ultimate well-being of enlightenment, the ultimate well-being of sentient being. That is the actualizing the state of full enlightenment, perfect liberation from entire oceans of samsara suffering, its causes, karma and delusion. Okay, so first of all, I would like to apologize that I couldn't make it yesterday. So today's schedule is supposed to be yesterday. So yeah, there's Heruka Charasambhara initiation going on by His Holiness Dalai Lama. So it falls on the same time at 7 o'clock. So yeah, I apologize to individuals that who is scheduled for the teaching, and I mess up. Yeah. So today's subject is on the Guru Yoga practice, or the teachings on the Guru devotion. how to rely on guru in relation to the guru-disciple relationship in the thought and in the practice, in the action. And there are specific guidelines that we can follow, such as the 9 attitude, the advice on relying on the guru, through the 9 attitudes. So in last session, I talked about who really the guru is, the guru that we have, the spiritual teacher we have. And even at this very time, that if you don't have a spiritual teacher, a spiritual guru, then in future, when you, when you have guru, then who that guru going to be? Or how to say? The guru that to whom that you're going to establish relationship, guru-disciple relationship. What exactly that guru means? What exactly the guru means? The guru. So I went through a few quotations through the sutras and the commentaries. The guru is the Buddha. The guru is also the meditational deity. Guru is the Dakas and Dakinis, and guru is the reason or the the creator of all our higher qualities and happiness. So today, before going into the discussion on those specific practices, how to rely on that guru, such as relying through thoughts and action. First I thought good to discuss on the qualities. Those of individual. If you already have guru, if you already found your spiritual guru, then try to see those qualities in that guru. Try to interpret from the deeds of the guru, those qualities are present. And that way, then you can establish the stable conviction that guru is absolutely is the Buddha, is absolutely is the meditational deity. That guru is the qualified spiritual guide. Then for those who have not yet found your spiritual teacher, then it is beneficial to know these qualities in the guru, so that you can, in the search of your spiritual guru or the teacher, you can search on the basis of this qualification and those qualifications that mentioned. So for that reason, I thought maybe beneficial to discuss of those qualities. So, there are 3 different, 3 different kind of guru in relation to 3 different kinds of practice. So the first one, you call as a Vinaya guru, the guru that who provides individual liberation vows, such as refuge vow, lay vows, and ordination vows. So this this kind of guru you can call as a Vinaya, Vinaya guru. So it also has 10 qualities, which the basic 10 qualities are similar to the 10 qualities to the other gurus. The second one is the Mahayana guru, the guru that provides the Bodhisattva precepts, the guru that who offer the transmissions, commentaries, and pit instructions on the stages of the Mahayanic path in the training of altruistic Dharma, altruistic path, the Bodhicitta, the altruistic attitude, the training in the Bodhicitta, and altruistic wisdom training in emptiness. So the Mahayana guru, who also has the 10 qualities. Then the third one is the Vajra guru, or the tantric guru, who provides the entry permission to practice tantra, which is the initiation, who provide initiations, who provides the tantric vow on the basis of the earlier Bodhisattva vow and the individual liberation vow of refuge, because the highest yogic tantric vow has to be established on the basis of Bodhisattva vows. The Bodhisattva vows and tantric vow has to be established on the basis of the refuge vow. So someone that who offer the initiation, who offer the transmissions of the tantric treatise, tantric lineages, such as Guru Yoga practices. So these are the tantric guru, and it also has 10 qualities. 10 qualities. So here, as majority of us, or all of us, whose main body practice is the Mahayanic path, whose main body practice is great compassion or altruistic Dharma, then I think it would be more favorable to discuss the quality in relation to the Mahayanic teacher. And this quality very much stated in the Maitreya, Maitreya Buddha's ornament of the Mahayana Sutra. So this sutra is very much the base where we learn, what are the qualities. So it says like this: rely on a Mahayana teacher who is disciplined. First one, who is disciplined, then serene, then thoroughly pacified, then has good quality surpassing those of the student, then is energetic, then has a wealth of scriptural knowledge, then possess loving concern, then has thoroughly knowledge of reality, then has a skill in instructing disciple. Then the last one has abandoned dispiritedness. So like this. So so first one is the discipline. The teacher's one of the main quality. Teacher has to be disciplined. Discipline as a result of his or her mastery of training in the higher, higher discipline of moral self-control. So someone who have practiced from the 3 higher trainings of the Buddha Dharma, who has mastered in higher training in morality. So that is the first quality. So how the teacher becomes disciplined is due to living in the practice of the the first, higher training, the practice of morality. So meaning, someone that who, observe. So as a Mahayana teacher, then who observe pure refuge precepts, who observe pure, lay vow precepts, such as 5 lay vows, refuge precept, refuge, going refuge in Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, strictly following, Buddha as your teacher, strictly, following Dharma as your guide, strictly, being among the influence of the Sangha community. So that is what it means. You live in the training of the first higher training. Then on top of that, someone who practice 5 lay vows, because as a guru, there may be ordained Sangha, there may be lay practitioners. So, so as an ordained Sangha, then the individual liberation Sangha vow will be override the 5 lay vows. But if it's a lay person, if the guru is a lay person, then someone, who practicing the 5 lay vows, such as no killing, no stealing, no lying, no sexual misconduct, no intoxications. So it's a basic requirements the teacher should train in, and already achieve, realization, means impact of those trainings. You see. So then, if it's a Sangha, then someone who is living in the nervous vows, who renounce the worldly concern from attitude, who renounce the worldly kind of fashionable kind of lifestyle, worldly fashionable lifestyle. Then who also, carry this renounced name, the identity that you carry that practice, very much, whatever the Dharma name that you have received during the pre-ordination, you train to live up to that name. You train live up to that name. Like myself, it's Tenzin Zopa. Zopa means patient. I'm a very impatient person, so I have to train myself, to live up to be more and more patient. So if I go out of my mind and become very violent, then I break the precept. You see, so like that. So there's an example. So then, if the teacher, if the guru is ordained, nervous Sangha, then there are 36 precepts need to be practiced. 36 precepts on top of the 3 precepts to be adopted and 3 to be abandoned. So then on top of that, 36 precepts. Then if the teacher, the guru is fully ordained Sangha, then there's a 253 vows to be practiced. Not to train in a life that being in a mindful, not to transgress them. Even if we transgress, then immediately without delaying to purify them, like that. Then on top of that, as a Mahayana guru, then as someone who need to live in the Bodhisattva vows, so there are 18 root vows to be practiced, and 46 secondary vows to be practiced. You see, so so if you live a life, the teacher is living a life in that training, then already gaining certain degree of impact to your life, and certain transformation is already taking impact. Then these are the qualities called disciplined. Someone who is disciplined, like that. So if the teacher possess all these qualities of discipline, then even the teacher don't speak much, don't interpret the teaching much, but just relating to that teacher, the teacher become your role model, the teacher become your inspiration in your practice. So the spiritual teacher, spiritual guru is very much of defined by being an inspirational figure for your path. someone who always, inspire you to, keep up with your path. You see, and someone who is undisciplined, then how to inspire you, isn't it? Like that, you see. So, of course, that's the guru who the first quality is to be perfected, like the Buddha, the actual Buddha, like that. If not, at least like Aya Bodhisattva. If not, at least like ordinary Bodhisattva. If not, at least living in that training seriously and guarding your three door on the basis of those morality. You see. So, so if the teacher behaves worse than ourselves as a student, then it's very obvious how to be qualified to rely as a teacher, isn't it? So it's a big responsibility. So you see, so sometimes nowadays, just you just go through a few months of course, and you have this intelligent training through your school. It's very easy to understand the teaching. Then after that, immediately you become guru. There's numberless gurus out there. It's so easy to become guru. So in fact, not easy. To claim yourself as a guru or to accept yourself as a guru to someone, because in order to be a guru, then you need to have those basic qualities and need to carry the responsibility of someone's enlightenment, someone's liberation. You see, so like you see, like Shakyamuni Buddha, like Lama Tsongkhapa, all the masters have emphasized, before subduing others, you need to be subdued first. Without subduing yourself, you have no tool to subdue others. So spiritual guru's job is to cause and condition to subdue the disciples' untamed mind and liberate them, through that way. You see, like that. Now the second one is the serene, which is talking about mental quiescence from his training in higher concentration. So second one is someone who is living in the higher training practice of concentration. Best who is already perfected like the Buddha. If not, then someone who is achieved shamatha. If not, someone is training in that. If not, at least someone who is always being in mindful, what to be adopted, what to be abandoned. Someone is always being in mindful and introspectious, always examining your mind, to have a certain capability of guarding your three doors by overpowering by the negative emotions, by negative doings through your body, speech, and mind. At least we need that much of control over the teacher's mind. You see, so from the disciple side, of course, as we discussed like in the last session, that we should regard the teacher, the guru, as a Buddha. Whether the guru side is actually Buddha or not, but from the guru side, still need to carry minimum qualifications of able to control your emotion, is able to control your heart. At least whenever negative emotions such as anger arises, anger may arise. If the guru is still ordinary sentient being, but at least timely able to apply the antidote and not to express the anger in violence, through harsh word, harmful, physical, and and like that, and disturbing yourself, emotionally. You see, so you need to have a certain control. You need to have a certain ability to control. In order to achieve that level, so you need to live in the practice of training in concentration, like that. So then third one is thoroughly pacified. So it's meaning the pacification of all delusions and obstacles from his training in higher wisdom. So this is very much, who is living in the practice of emptiness, selflessness, wisdom of selflessness, and wisdom of emptiness. So again, best is Buddha. If not, it's Arya Bodhisattva. If not, at least someone, if not, then who realize direct wisdom of emptiness. If not, at least the conceptual realization on emptiness. If not, at least someone that who really take the essence of your Dharma practice is emptiness. To understand emptiness, to pursue realization on emptiness, and day to day you use the tools of the wisdom of emptiness through learning. Then be less grasping, especially less grasping in relation to self-centered attitude, less grasping in relation to the hallucinated view of inherent idea of existing of self and phenomena. So there are practices like being mindful, during the meditation session, being mindful, meditating on the what you call it, like a dream, like the what you call the space light, during meditation, someone at least training yourself in emptiness, remaining in absorption state of meditation, in the idea of dream like, space like, emptiness meditation, space like emptiness meditation. Then during the post meditation, then train yourself to see everything like a dream. Everything is like an illusion. Whatever you see, whatever you hear, everything. Try to learn to interpret. Then whatever good thing comes in one's way, whatever inconvenience comes in one way, not immediately get disturbed and affected and controlled by those negative emotions and become a very disturbed guru. Not like that, So cannot become a very disturbed guru because something went wrong. Not like that. Cannot become a very kind of state, and that comes from the benefit of living in the training of the third higher training, the higher training in the wisdom. So as I mentioned before, someone that who regularly do meditation, the space like meditation and observation meditation, and during the activities, then train being in a mindful of dream-like or illusion-like, training of our mind. Okay, so this is also not just about a guru. One day each and every one of disciple will become guru, isn't it? One day each and everyone will become Buddha. So this is also, we also need to train like that. So yeah, so you see, so if if you already have a guru and the guru is so dramatic, become guru is so dramatic, then it's quite hard, if something good thing comes, then the guru is like completely jumping, dancing. Then is something goes wrong and completely get upset and angry, and so then So since if you are already regarded that person as your guru, then you have to interpret, So this is talking about it is a teaching for you to not to behave like that, you see, and you still need to, see that the teacher as your guru. So this is just illustrations, manifestations of its aspect to teach us. But then for those of us that who yet to find guru and who is still looking for guru, then you need to observe these qualities. If that particular teacher to whom that you are learning and you are trying to establish guru-disciple relationship, and if you see this kind of quality, then you have to caution yourself whether I'm ready to establish my guru-disciple connection with this person or not. So in short, the guru need to carry quality which is free from temperamental, something like that. Yeah. Then the fourth one is more knowledge than the disciple. And of course, if the teacher guru don't carry more knowledge than you, then if you want to learn to progress on your path, then how, isn't it? So therefore, if your objective of your spiritual path is just to take individual liberation vow precepts, and that's it, you have no interest to learn any of the other part of the Dharma, then as long as that teacher has the lineage and has the practice and has the capability to offer the Vinaya precepts, then that's good enough. But if your objective of training in the spiritual path is for full enlightenment, for the purpose of full liberation, full enlightenment, then the teacher really need to carry the qualities of all the three, guru's quality: the Vinaya guru's quality, the Mahayana guru's quality, and tantric guru's quality. Because in order to actualize full enlightenment, one need to train. Just a matter of time, whether in this life or future lifetime, one need to train in all these precepts. You see, so even in this life, that in order to sweeten your path, to enlightenment through gathering, all the precepts that exist in Buddha's practice, and that meaning that, including of the precepts of the Sangha, like the monks and nuns, then just relying on the lay teacher is not good enough, isn't it? Because in order to provide the Sangha vow, the teacher has to be Sangha. You see, so given the opportunity, the enlightenment is possible within one lifetime. But knowing, that the life is so short, the time to practice is so limited, and you want to practice whatever practices out there. You want to gather all the precepts, because the precepts greater the precept, it kind of what do you call the more the precept you practice, the greater the precept you practice, it really make your practice more concentrated. You see, so due to that reason, then best you choose that the guru carry all the qualifications of the three type of gurus qualification that mentioned before, in relation to Vinaya, Mahayana, Tantra, like that. So then, since your main body practice is Mahayana, then definitely someone there who know how to teach all the stages of the higher capable beings path. And not only that, someone who also have a knowledge of all the earlier, middle and small capable beings path, without the complete, knowledge of the Lamrim, won't able to guide us, through the stages of the path, isn't it? Then, without entering into the resultant part of the Tantra, and again, enlightenment, cannot be achieved. So you see, so whether you will practice Tantra now or later, but one day have to practice. And the relation that you set with the Guru is not just for this life. The relationship is, once you set, is forever. So due to that reason, then if someone also carry the qualifications of Tantra, would be the best. Then the fifth one is enthusiastic, perseverance, and joy in teaching. So, even if you relate to a teacher who don't like to teach you, then no point, isn't it? So you need to find a teacher who always have a perseverance, who always enjoy teaching, and who always, dare to clear your doubts on the path, and always guide you, like that. Like a great example, like His Honor Dalai Lama, even in this age, he's always teaching, like Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche, and looking at his health condition, but then Rinpoche like almost teaching all the time, and sometimes students run away because of too much teaching. Students just cannot bear because of too many hours of teaching, but the teacher teach 24 hours, teacher teach non-stop, and teacher don't mind to repeat certain important points, like such as teachings on emptiness, such as teachings on renunciation, such as teachings on bodhicitta, numberless times, it's not like, okay, I already taught renunciation yesterday, and today is, I'm only paid to teach for bodhicitta, no renunciation. The teacher want to, the Rinpoche, they don't do that. You see, you don't mind to repeat 1,000 times. You say, oh, okay, you only pay for 1 hour to teach, and I'm only teaching 1 hour. Stop, go. You don't do that. He teach beyond hours. Beyond hours. You see, beyond the day, beyond the night. It's unbelievable, isn't it? So these are the unbelievable, great qualities of teacher, guru. You see, so so we are so fortunate to have such gurus. Like when we are studying in the monastery in philosophy, we have few teachers, and some teacher they keep repeat the same thing again and again and teach for long hour. We don't really like that kind of teacher. We want teacher that will teach little, short, and bye-bye. But then later think about it is no, it's our attitude is wrong, you see. But then again, as a student, we need to have a merit to be able to appreciate, appreciate that kind of teacher. Without much merit, we won't appreciate, the teacher who teach so much, we get tired, then you say you want to go to a rock and roll disco dancing, or you want to go to a long-winded teacher of the Dharma, you say, I surely want to go rock and roll. I won't go for the long-winded Dharma teaching. You see, so even needed to pay so much money to go to the club. Most people will choose to go there. Then even you offer Dharma free, even you offer Dharma free, people won't get interest to listen. You see, and the more the profound you teach, more authentic you teach, less people interested. You see, so it is a play of a merit. You see, even here for me, if I make full of jokes, I also start to make a rock and roll a bit. I think this house will be completely full. I think entire Santa Fe people will come. Maybe from outskirts, people will drive long way, will come to watch Tenzin Zopa dancing, Tenzin Zopa singing, like that. But Tenzin Zopa is being very authentic, very serious about teaching. No. I have to think twice whether I should attend the teaching or not. So like that, so it's a very much. So therefore, so having guru like His Honor the Dalai Lama, Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche, like Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche is unbelievable, rare. It's like rarer than all the 1,000 fortunate Buddhas. Rarer than all the 1,000 fortunate Buddhas like that. You see, the way in which he put the effort to teach to the disciple, because teaching is the only way to liberate the sentient. Entire Buddha comes in our way. Also, they cannot wash away our sin. They cannot, they cannot transfer their realization onto us. The way is through teaching. See, teaching the correct Dharma. You see. Yeah. So, so enthusiastic, perseverant, and joy in teachings. Then the number 6 is treasury of scriptural knowledge. Yeah. Then someone need to have a scriptural knowledge, because Buddha's teachings are so profound. Just learning, whatever knowledge that you get through your intelligence is not good enough. You may have a very smart brain, smart mind to interpret so many ways. That's not good enough. You need to have a exact understanding, to the exact intentions of the past great masters, like such as the teachings on renunciation, teachings on bodhicitta, teachings on emptiness. We need to have a exact understanding, in relation to the intentions, the correct, right intention. Was it the intention on those teachings, like the Lama Tsongkhapa, like the Nagarjuna, like the Shakyamuni Buddha, all the commentary that the great Indian Pandits bring about, like teachings on emptiness, teachings on Lamrim, etc., is the correct interpretations of the Buddha's intention on those teachings. Then later, the Tibetan great masters, like Lama Tsongkhapa, like the teachings of the Lamrim, is the correct. The commentaries are commented exactly the intention of the great past Indian Pandits, the Nagarjuna and the Buddha, like that. Then, like such our present gurus, like known as like Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche, whatever they teach, they teach in accordance with the intent of this past great master, all the way up to the Buddha, like that. You see, so Dharma knowledge is, just being intelligent is not good enough. The Dharma part is that part that already have examined by someone traveling onto it, and someone actualized those parts and revealed that experience, in a writing, the word interpretation, that we need to cultivate. You see, so therefore, when we go to receive teaching, actually, we are not going to get a new words, because there's new kind of idea. Is more about blessings, more about authenticity. So that's where the realization comes about. So therefore, the teacher, someone has to go through Tarat, rigorous study, Tarat study. Then the number 7 quality, insight into the understanding of emptiness. So because the essence of Dharma is teachings on emptiness. The realizing Dharma is realizing wisdom of emptiness. The purpose of Dharma is to subdue our mind, by overcoming delusion, and that can be done only by the correct antidote. And the correct antidote to overcome the delusion is the emptiness. And the result of practicing Dharma is to achieve Dharmakaya, the state of full enlightenment. And Dharmakaya, to achieve the state of Dharmakaya, you need to have a right cause, right cause for that, because wrong cause won't produce a result. So you need right cause. So the right cause of the Dharmakaya has to be the earlier momentary, the wisdom on emptiness. You see, and that wisdom of emptiness only developed through correct applications of the analysis that you use, such as the reasoning of the king of reasoning, like such as reason of interdependent arising as a meaning of emptiness, etc., like that. You see, so due to that reason, the teacher may know many knowledge, But if the teacher don't know correct knowledge of emptiness, then can't lead us to the path. So therefore, one of very specifically mentioned here that the teacher need to have a qualification on a correct knowledge of emptiness. Best someone already realized, if not, at least someone has a correct understanding, as exactly the intentions of, the emptiness understanding intention in relation to such as Nagarjuna, then such as the Buddha's intention of that. Then skill in presenting the teaching. So this one, so someone is skillful. So this particular, meaning you can understand. The teacher know that, whatever teaching that you teach to the disciple, the ultimate goal is to make the student to understand on emptiness. Then finding all the different tunes to lead the disciple there. So that's what he means by skillfulness. Skillfulness doesn't mean like teaching all sort of things, but know exactly my ultimate purpose is to make sure my student to realize emptiness. Do that, to understand in emptiness correctly. To do that, then you have to plan the process. This is the journey that I will lead. I will teach the student. Like this. So this is what it means by skillful. So therefore, not like a normal teacher, comes and go and once in a while you teach. You also need a guru, lifelong dependence. So you need somebody, and somebody who in fact regard you as a disciple, so that the guru can able to be skillful, plan, have a planning for you, have a direction for you. You see, so like this. Then, as a quality of compassion. So, if the guru from the guru side, not actually an enlightened being, just ordinary, qualified scholar and practitioner, then there are possibility of making mistakes, taking advantage if possible, you see. So if someone has a qualification beside the moral discipline, on top of that, having a qualification of compassion, great compassion, then will never hurt the disciple, never hurt the disciple, never harm the disciple, only will cause to liberate the disciple from any harm, any suffering, you see. So, the heart of compassion is never wanting sentient beings to feel suffering, and never wanting to cause and condition to suffer, you see. So when the teacher carries this qualification, then teacher has an absolute unconditional love towards us, you see. So only, wish and cause and condition, happiness, you see. So like that. Then the last one is no reluctant to teach and work for his disciple, regardless of their level of intelligence. So from the teacher side, whether the student comes from whatever background, whatever level of intelligence, and whatever manner the disciple comes in your way, maybe very lazy manner, or very, very disturbing manner, etc. The teacher never give up on the student. The teacher is like, always carry that skillful means to, take care of this disciple, and nurture the disciple, and sometimes you see that in the monasteries, how these teachers, when first time adopt a student, and most of time, those students are very young child, and initially the child, don't have faith, don't understand what's teacher, and the child carry child's innocent mind, just want to play, just want to mess up things. But then the teacher's way of taking care of that child is like really like the most loving parent, most loving mother, how the most loving mother will take care, and they have a plan for this little boy or the girl. Then gradually, the teacher going to be more and more tough, and more advanced teachings will guide. Then if the student mess up, teacher will never give up on the student. So basically, the student turn out to be the worst person in the whole universe. Also, for the teacher, still hold the most dear, the dearest in your heart. That kind of relation that establish from the guru side. You see, so so therefore, we need to. It's so beneficial for us to know these 10 qualities and try to experience that in some way, through giving your time, and way to do that is to study from that person, to study initially, just regard as a normal teacher, not as a guru, and and engage in the teacher's activities. Can be like projects, or can be any activities, so like volunteer, then from there, then you not only know the kind of like a design aspect of the teacher on the throne, or facing towards you, but then you start to also see the real human side, the real nature of that person, you see, because all these qualities need to carry as a person's nature, not just makeup. When you teach all the flowery, wonderful things, but then, in front of the student, you behave like a Buddha. The moment the student go away, you become Mara. You behave like monsters, and then cannot, you see. So you need to, spend time with this teacher. So there are, serious practitioners, serious motivated, practitioners. They even dedicate 12 over years, or some even 20, 30 years, still learning, but haven't established guru-disciple relationship yet. Because sometimes still, could be your mistake, could be teacher's mistake, could be your limitation, or could be limitation of the teachers. And somehow you still, difficult to like get fully inspired, you see. So therefore, so it takes time. So the best platform is, study. Take time to study with that person. Then involve in, activities. So in the Great Lamrim, by Lama Tsongkhapa, interpreting to the Maitreya's, the presentation of the qualities, it says like this. Thus, Maitreya says that the student must rely on a teacher who has these 10 qualities. It is said that those who have not disciplined themselves have no basis for disciplining others. Therefore, guru who intend to discipline others' mind must first have disciplined their own. How should they have been disciplined? It is not helpful for them to have done just any practice and then have the result designated as a good qualities of knowledge. They need a way to discipline the mind that accord with the general teachings of the conqueror. So when we talk about morality, discipline, concentration, there's so many terms, so many different interpretations in the world people use. Even meditation nowadays use, so many different interpretations, for meditation. So here the qualities here about the teacher has to be accordance with what the Buddha have mentioned, the omniscient has mentioned, which know exactly, beneficial for us. So the three precious training are the definitely such a way. So the three higher trainings is a main qualification that guru has to be, the gurus need to have. Best is perfected in three higher trainings. If not, someone living in the three higher trainings, you see. So, so the three higher trainings are the main practice, Buddha defined in his 84,000 teaching. Three basket of teachings to be learned, three higher trainings to be practiced. You see. So therefore, Maitreya indicated them with this three terms: discipline, serene, and thoroughly pacified. So these are the practice of the three higher training. With respect to what Maitreya said, discipline refer to training the ethical discipline. This again, there's a reason for saying that, because ethical discipline again can refer to so many things. So in Buddhist content, ethical discipline very much in relation to these three is the was a discipline precepts like individual liberation, Bodhisattva, and tantric precepts, as I mentioned before. Then also it says like this. Even if one doesn't have all the 10 qualities, but have 7, 6, 5, or even 3 qualities. So at least we, in today's time, so difficult to, even from the object, the teacher's side, in today's time, not easy, to find, teacher who carry this complete, perfected, 10 qualities. It's not easy. It's a very degenerated time. Then the main reason for that is degenerated of our own merit, our own karma, our own time, as mentioned before, you require a lot of merit to meet perfect guru, qualified guru, you see. So due to that, it's so difficult to find, such qualified guru with the full qualification. You see. So sometimes the guru may be actually is a Buddha, but then due to the obscuration that we carry, the thickening imprint of misperceptions and impure perceptions, and by the distractions of, negative emotion like ego, sometimes that blocked us to, see through, those good qualities in others, and sometimes due to the influence of always hearing negative about others, always seeing negative about others, always thinking negative about others. And when we open our ear, open our eye, when we relate to others, we always look for faults, always, see the faults so easily, or project faults on other easily, So due to that reason, it's so difficult for us to really see vividly, those 10 qualities. So, so in such time and situation, like in our time, then at least, we look for minimum these 3 qualities. So the 3 qualities, as mentioned earlier, disciplined, serene, and thoroughly pacified. These 3 qualities, or you can also interpret the three qualities as someone who carry good knowledge, then good discipline, and compassionate. Someone who is a very ethical person, very ethical, disciplined person. Then someone also is knowledgeable about the teaching. Then someone whose nature is so compassionate. You see, so so minimum we have to look for that. You see, before we establish someone as guru, we need to really sustainable in that person. These basic three qualities. Then it's safe to establish guru-disciple relationship. So now, even if you happen to find such qualified guru, but then we as a student don't carry basic qualification, then again we cannot receive the full benefit of having qualified guru. You see, so therefore, the Arya Devas 400 stanza emphasize these three qualities. It says like this: it is said that one who is non-partisan, intelligent, and diligent is a vessel for listening to the teaching. The good qualities of the instructor do not appear otherwise, nor do those of the fellow listeners. So you see, so even the teacher happened to be exactly the real Buddha, but the student ourselves don't carry these basic three qualities, then we won't receive the benefit of Buddha. No, we won't receive benefit of finding a perfect guru. You see, so the three qualities. The first one is non-partisan. So non-partisan here, there may be many interpretations in different commentaries. What I understand, non-partisan is meaning that you have a clear motivation, clear vision, clear objective about your spiritual journey, your spiritual path. Meaning the purpose of learning Buddha Dharma, purpose of adopting Buddha's teaching as your path, or become a Buddhist, become a spiritual practitioner in Buddha's teaching, is solely for absolute liberation. Not for this, nothing to do with any worldly concern, nothing to do with this, nothing to do with, I want to have a longer life, therefore I want to practice Buddhism. Not because of you practice Buddhism because of I want to be rich. There are many, who practice Buddhism because of they want to be rich. And they practice those powerful mantras, and well deities, and the whole life, their spirituality is to be rich. You see, then they eventually get into big trouble. Then some, for long life, then you just, then you recite long life mantras, or then ask the teachers to initiate you with all the long life deities. Then you never learn the rest of the teaching. Then of course, one day will be, so cannot sustain. So anyway, in short, not for any worldly purpose. There's even in some cases, surprisingly, that some they relate to a certain guru as like a partner, as like a companion, someone to talk to. You say, oh, this person is so easy to talk to, so maybe he can be or she can be my guru, so that I can talk to her or him all the time. Whenever I'm stressful, I can give a call and or I can see him or her and chat, and then I will be happy. So he's my guru, like that, And some, there are some they didn't really understand the proper teachings on tantra. Then they establish, relation to a certain person, so-called as a daka or dakini. Then they say, I'm daka, dakini. So it's kind of like like a choosing partner. That kind of mistake also happens, And some, they relate to, they choose that person as your guru because of, very pretty, very handsome. It's like idol, Then some is because of this guru is just too funny. They always make me laugh. So I think I feel so happy, to be around this person. Guru, that also happens. Then some, they say, oh, this guru, always talk very high, talk. It's like, and sometimes also gone into space out. Maybe don't know. Maybe the guru is taking drug. Who knows? That so-called labeling, that guru, maybe they say I'm in bliss. Maybe who knows? Maybe intoxicated. You never know. And sometimes I hear that even in the West, the Western are very smart people, but sometimes they're so easy to get looted. I hear even in the West, there are some people, they just so easily conned by cult. Cult? So easily, just because of, like a lot of music is happening, a lot of space out is happening. So it's perfect. This is why I found my perfect guru. That also happens. And I heard that some such guru has a large group of followers also, so like that. So all these are only concerns. So it's just a few examples. There can be many, many examples, real life examples, but there's a few ideas. So non-partisan means nothing to do with all this. The purpose of relation to guru is to cause me to understand all my flaws as a flaw, by providing the guidance and teachings. You see, especially to know all the the delusions in me as a delusion, ignorant in me as ignorant, and providing the right, correct, antidote to that. Then, whose whole purpose is to purify the entire samsara, entire, negative actions of body, spirit, and mind. Whose purpose is to, to progress on all the stages of the path, to developing your heart, all the altruistic attitude and response. Whose purpose is to abide in the absolute, state of full enlightenment, absolute liberation. And for that, even cost of my life, that I can able to devote to this person, this guru, even cost of my life, even whatever manner, like such as the 9 attitude, so such as the practice of 9 attitude that we're going to discuss. We're going to go through later. You can read yourself. It's like even the guru, even that person, after I regard him as a guru, happened for me to see behaving like a street dog, I will still take that as a teaching to subdue my ego, subdue my delusions, and progress my path. Even that guru totally abandoned me, I will regard that as the best teaching, for me to overcome, my samsara and actualize, full liberations, like that. You see, so in short, the non-partisan, we need to have the clear mind of non-partisan, meaning Your purpose is liberation from entire oceans of psychic existence, its causes, karma, and illusion. Nothing to do with any form of worldly concern in relation to your guru, or in relation to the Dharma, in relation to being in the Sangha community. It's, see, and you have a clear heart that I will be never distracted by worldly concerns, worldly matters, worldliness of behavior when I'm in Sangha community. Even someone in the Sangha community spit on me, chase me away, I don't mind, because my purpose is not about have a comfortable, when you come to the Sangha community. It's not about just to have a higher seat or earlier reception. It's nothing to do with that. It's all about purification of my samsara and accumulation of causes for enlightenment. You see, so then you become like you get the immune system in your being. You are not affected. You are not affected by any worldly adversities, any worldly concerns, that comes in you, or any worldly adversities that comes from outside, in the pursuit of Dharma, in the practice of following the Guru, in the being in the community of the Sangha, your mind is so clear. You always, feel so meaningful, whenever you are around with the Guru, whatever happens. Whenever you are learning Dharma, whatever happens, even entire marvelous, marvelous, all the obstacle falls on you, you have such a clear mind, to stay put on the practice. You see. So entire friends, against you, nothing bothers. You stay put on the practice. You see. So when you have this non-partisan mind like that, otherwise, coming into Dharma circle can be more complicated than going into the worst corporate world. Can be even more complicated than going into worst corporate world. It can be a lot of politics. Why in the Dharma center? Why in the Dharma Sangha community have a politics? Blah 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 blah. Because not carrying this quality of non-partisan. Because of that, then you're busy with the worldly concern. You don't have this focus to your spiritual practice. You see? Then in relation to Guru, sometimes you say, "Oh, Guru today didn't talk to me. He's my Guru, but he just talked to other people, not me." You get upset. Tomorrow I don't want to go to school. I don't want to go to the class. Like a little kid, like that. I say, so moody at home also, like you bang your cup. I don't want to eat dinner because my Guru didn't talk to me today. Oh, the one whole year Guru didn't send me email. Oh my goodness. And then nowadays it would be worse because everybody's on Facebook. Guru also on Facebook. Guru also on WhatsApp. So in the past, okay, fine. Maybe the letter must be lost on the way, or maybe after a few years later, maybe you have changed the address. Fine, but nowadays, you can run away, and the WhatsApp number will follow anywhere you go. Email. Then now Wi-Fi everywhere. You can also have an excuse. Say, no Wi-Fi. Everywhere got Wi-Fi. So if you don't have a non-partisan mind, then you'll be very moody student, you get upset so easily. No email, upset. No WhatsApp, upset. I say, then what? There are many things. And the Guru didn't go for coffee together, we get upset. So it's become like that. So it's like that. So it's a very serious one. This is a very serious one. Because in the world, or even in the world of Buddhism, there are many happening like that. Many happen like that, you see. And so therefore, especially once you establish Guru-disciple relationship, then through your body, speech, and mind, any negatively relate to the Guru, or harass the guru, then it's a heavy obstacle on the progress of our path. Heavy obstacle, you see. So therefore, from the very beginning, we need to make sure. We need to make sure that all these qualities are intact, like that. Then of course also need to be intelligent. So intelligent here, meaning, you have a clear mind what to be adopted and what to be abandoned. So what to be adopted is a dharma to be adopted. What to be abandoned is anything to do with worldly concern is to be abandoned. So this is what he's talking about. You see. So basic intelligence, anything to do with worldly concern, anything to do with this very life's concern, anything to do with the samsara, everything to be renounced. Anything to do with antidote to subdue our mind and develop our heart and to be adopted, which is the Dharma, which is the teaching, which is the practice, like that. So therefore, when you go to the Dharma Sangha communities, you don't go there for your positions. You don't go there for to people to know you or to find a partner there. To find it's not for that. You see, to go to the Dharma center is to acquire the practice, to acquire inspiration, acquire Dharma, isn't it? So like that. Then also in our heart, even the guru is not around with us, in person, then watching our mind, you at least know you at least have a basic intelligence to what to be adopted, the thoughts that comes in your way, what to be abandoned. So any kind of negative emotion arises, then you guard your heart, you overcome them by applying antidotes, the teaching the guru taught to you, whatever virtuous thought arises, then not just let it come, but try to hold on to it and improve that, to develop that, and through practice, then that lead to the third qualification, diligent. So you see, so so this, as a student, we need to work very hard. So we need to work harder than the guru, because guru already did the homework. Guru already passed the exam, So the disciple, the student ourselves, we need to do, homework. We need to study hard. We need to practice hard. So sometimes if you're living with the guru may be sleeping. Then say, "Oh, guru sleeps so much. I also sleep." Guru is always partying, always talking, always relaxing. Maybe I should be relaxing. Not like that. So the disciple side is, we have to understand. Guru is already perfected with the quality. Now me, not perfected, so I need to practice. I need to work hard. I need to do more homework. Like that. In the monastery, sometimes we little monks we do like this. When the guru is, we see guru are relaxing a little bit, then we be so happy. So even guru, he's relaxing now. Whole day we should relax. We're just a kid. It's like that. Yeah. So especially after this summer retreat, we go for picnic, like in Kopan. We go for picnic. All the guru, like Rinpoche is there, Rinpoche, and all the other our abbots and all the senior teachers. Everybody go there. So that day, they also wear hat and they start to play carrom boards and they relax, like that. And then when we see like that, okay, now today I can be so wild, because our guru is just relaxing. So that kind of thing. Then they say, oh, today whole day guru's playing and relax. That means as a student, I think I should give holiday, myself for the coming 2-3 days. I should be holiday, like that kind of thing. So something like that. So diligent, we really have to work hard, especially here. The diligent can understand in relation to guru yoga practice, in relation to the relating to the guru. So especially in the guru, you see, requesting the guru to teach. You see, requesting guru to teach. So Dharma is one thing that without request, you reveal the Dharma, there are certain negative consequences. So as a student, need to be diligent in requesting the Guru to teach. You may even need to request 1,000 times. The more you request, the longer you request, then after that, the Guru decided to reveal even one single word is like so powerful blessing to you, like that, you see. So then, diligent in obeying the instruction of the teacher. If the teacher gives certain homework, then be diligent in practicing that. Like that, and diligent in practicing sustainable way. Not just practice sometime, don't practice sustainable way, like that. So this is the student's quality. Okay, something like that. Have any questions? Sure.
The Zoom student can ask their question.
Sure.
Are there any questions for online? You can go ahead and unmute and ask your question.
Hi, Geshe.
Hello.
Hi, Geshe. Geshe, when you before a meal, before you eat anything, you're meant to offer to your guru first. What if what you're eating is like leftover or something unattractive? Are we still meant to offer?
So actually, you can offer everything in the sense of nectar. Then whether it's a leftover or the first portion of the food, by substance is pure or impure, everything in the respect of understanding Guru as a Buddha or Guru as a deity, and then you offer this offering as a nectar, then you receive the benefit of offering nectar, offering the best, even it may be just a little, even it may be leftover one, even if it may be just a water. But then, without having that understanding, just simply offer, it's okay, but very limited merit. At least you offer is already good, better than nothing. You see, many times we don't even remember to offer. Like that. So that's one thing. The another thing is that the leftover may be leftover to you, but it is own but it is own conventional nature of that particular portion. It is its own it is the first portion for its own moment, it is moment of existence. So therefore, whether it's leftover or first portion is very much imputations of your mind. Is very much labeled by, designated by your mind, you see. So therefore, so simply, you think of the Guru, and whenever you feel whatever you wish to offer, even that leftover the food may be offer is still beneficial. So that's one. Thirdly, you can offer, the leftover you can offer to the inner Guru. And when you start to eat the leftover, then before consuming it, you can understand that going into your stomach, and as if the Guru is residing in the central chakra of your heart, and as if that you are like kind of delivering the offering like that. So you can also do like that. Sometimes you forget to offer, before you eat. Then while you're eating, suddenly remember that that you wish to offer. So that time you can offer to your inner Guru like that.
Thank you, Geshe Lama. Thank you.
Thank you. That's it? Any more? Sure. So my question is that, you mentioned the qualities of the teacher. So, the teacher, has to be disciplined, has to be pacified, has to be thoroughly pacified. And then towards the end, there was one where the teacher has to have wisdom, or wisdom realizing emptiness, where which he or she has gained by methods of different methods of focusing on emptiness, right? Like the king of reasoning and so forth and so on. So my question is, I always have a hard time differentiating between what is thoroughly pacified and what is the wisdom realizing. It seems like to be thoroughly pacified, you still have to do king of reasonings and all those methods, right? So what's the difference between that one and the last one, where you have wisdom, you have wisdom. So I think that the thoroughly pacified referring to the direct realization of emptiness. So even the conceptual obstructions are overcome. So just a wisdom of emptiness not necessarily can be direct wisdom realizing emptiness. Can be conceptual realization, conceptually realizing wisdom of emptiness also there, and also realizing wisdom of selflessness, not necessarily the absolute emptiness also. You see, so there are. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah. But as far as concerned with the qualities of the teacher, best someone is fully, realize emptiness directly. If not, at least conceptually realization. If not, at least have a correct understanding or what it means, wisdom of emptiness. All the tools, knowing how to realize selflessness of person, selflessness of phenomena. Then living in the training, which is the third training, or the wisdom. Living in the training is, doing meditation, and doing meditation to overcome this thickening of the self-grasping, ignorant. Then during the post-meditation, always mindful in the idea of illusion alike. So meaning the teacher carry, the qualities of less grasping things. It's very, very pacified, thoroughly pacified. When someone is so much grasping, it's not pacified. Yeah. Thank you. Okay.
Yes, we have a question online. Karen, can you unmute yourself?
Hi, it's just a sort of a technical thing. When you had mentioned the importance of the teacher being in the Sangha for all three steps, what's your point of view on people like Thupten Jinpa or the Karmapa a few years ago who disrobed to marry his childhood sweetheart? Are they legitimate gurus at this point, or what?
So that, as I mentioned in the beginning, it's very much individuals. For individual, what you are acquiring from the guru. If your purpose is, if you wish to receive the benefit of the entire vehicles of the Dharma, then one of the vehicle of the Dharma practice is the living in the practice of individual liberation vows. So individual liberation vows also, they are just a refuge and lay vows. That can be granted by a lay practitioner also. But as far as concerned with the Sangha vow, then only it can be granted by someone is a Sangha. So
Okay.
if your objective is also to become Sangha, then your guru should be Sangha. Otherwise, how to give you Sangha vow? If your objective is, is nothing to do with the Sangha, just want to practice, Bodhisattva practice, tantric practice, then it's not necessarily someone has to be Sangha. So
Okay.
it's, yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So, did you have a question or did your question get answered?
Oh, I would like to ask a question. Yeah, online. So the question is that if someone already have a guru, but find out there's a mistake, from all the common quality, and then how to live without creating negative karma for student disciple.
Don't know whether I hear everything or not, but maybe if you're talking about after reliance on the guru and that guru make mistakes, then how the student should be rely. So then for that student, that guru's mistake is not a mistake. For that student, that guru's mistake has to be turned into training of your mind by educating your mind that this is the projections of your unpurified mind, and the mistake that you projected on the guru, in fact, is the teaching, the emanated teaching from the guru, teaching us not to indulge in such mistakes, and you still have to train to see that guru as a Buddha. So that's tough, but that's the practice. So therefore, after once you regard someone as your guru, then if there's a saying, if guru give you a good slap, good hit, hard hitting, say, oh, that's one of the best initiation that I received. Then if the guru suddenly scold you loudly, like suddenly guru manifests to be so angry and scold you, then from the student, the student side should see that as the most powerful dispelling mantra have dedicated to me to overcome very serious life obstacles. So that's the practice. So that's why we have to carry these three qualities of the student, and also, have to choose the guru, with a good observation, as I discussed before. But if you are already chosen, then you are too late. If you happen to meet a guru who is actually a Buddha, good luck for you. If didn't meet, if someone is behaving worse than you, also good luck for you. Okay. Yeah, so I think time is over. I don't want to keep your time too long. I'm ready to stop. All of you ready to stop? Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. So since again, the time is over, more than 5 minutes, so I won't take too long with the long dedication. So just simply dedicate. May whatever merit that we accumulate individually, collectively, and all the merits of past, present, future Buddhas, we dedicate, all the gurus, long life and good health, and also dedicate for each and every one of you and your family members. Always enjoy good health and long life and enlightenment, and also dedicate for anyone who passed away, like Venerable Amit Pemo, and then all the other practitioners who have actualized their practice and get enlightened without delay even a moment, and anyone that who pass away, be free from suffering of death in the middle state, rebirth, actualize high rebirth in Buddha's Pure Land, and also dedicate anyone who is sick be free from the sickness and causes of sickness, and actualize good health, meaningful life. And maybe dedicate marriage just like Buddhas and Bodhisattvas would dedicate. We dedicate just like that. Okay, thank you very much. Take care. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you.